Yeah, it was number one. The crowd was lit as I was expected. It was fun to be back in the Spectrum, and it was also just good to have another opportunity to play a game and try to build some better habits on both sides of the ball. I think defensively we did a lot of really good things and things that we'll continue to try to emphasize, and then there's some areas where we can get better. You have a 37-point third quarter, and in the second quarter you feel like you put them in the bonus kind of early. So as good as I thought we were, we can also, again, like I said, get better. And then offensively, I loved the pace that we were able to pretty much sustain, which was good. The ball movement was great. I think it was 33 assists on like 48 made field goals, which always means that there's the ball's moving a lot. And I thought actually in the first half, I think we had 5 turnovers. So we were taking care of the ball and passing the ball, and then the second half, they did a good job of, I think, turning us over, forcing some turnovers. So we got to continue to just be strong with the ball and value every possession from the beginning of the game to the end of the game.
Rookies tonight, Con and Ryan, what can you say about their performance and having them come out there and start their first rookie game in the NBA today?
Yeah, we celebrated all 4 rookies. It's cool when you get your first NBA victory, especially to do it here at Spectrum in front of our great fans. And so they've made an impact from day one, just with like their work ethic and who they are as people. And it was cool to see them be able to impact the game today in a lot of different ways. Like I said, the guys that did play from that group and the guys that didn't, I just felt like they were all engaged and communicating and bringing positivity and great communication. And then the guys that hooped, I thought that there was a competitive spirit to all 3 of them. Offensive rebounds, Ryan blocking shots at the rim, Sion being the elite connector that he is in terms of rebounding and pushing and guarding. So it was a great learning experience for all 3, and I'm not surprised by the impact that they had because they've earned that opportunity to be out there.
Charles, how much was that decision to start the 2 rookies and then have Sion come off of the bench so early matchup-based compared to winning camp battles, preseason battles? What was the mix in going into that decision?
It was a combination of all those factors. I thought that for what we needed tonight going up against this team and just where we are in the season right now, that Ryan and Con made sense for that unit. And I thought that Sion, how he's connected and how he's brought a physicality on both ends of the floor and just like a nastiness, a grit to him, a toughness. It's just what we needed today, especially when you play a really good competitive Brooklyn team.
How do you balance finding a routine and a rhythm with your rotation alongside experimenting as the season goes on?
Yeah, I thought today was a good opportunity for me to get a better feel of how to rotate these 10 guys. Every night it'll be a different type of jigsaw puzzle to probably figure out because even though Lamar and I sit there pregame and we kind of map it all out, there's fouls that happen. Brandon picks up 2, which then all of a sudden changes your rotation a little bit, and certain guys get it going. So you got to be flexible. But I think we know that we come in with a mindset of how many minutes we would like our guys to get to, and that was even a little bit why we kept them in at the end of the game. Like they didn't play a couple of them didn't play in that last preseason game, and it's an opportunity for us to try to get their minutes up as we kind of try to get into some game shape.
Colin, you had him come off the bench first, 6-man role tonight. What did you see from him, and how can he flourish if that's something you do for him with most of the season?
Yeah, I think whenever he's in that spot to come off the bench, he shows you what he brings as soon as he comes in. Instant energy, passion, toughness, picking guys up full court, getting deflections. He's also really helped us, I think, offensively, just be able to get the ball into the paint. Last year, I thought that we created some good shots, but probably a lot of it was screen-based and not as much driving. And this year, I think that we just got some guys that can really get downhill if you mess up your coverages. And so he brings that to our team. And I think he's doing a much better job of also facilitating. I know a lot of people do recognize that he can score the ball, but he's embraced the opportunity to try to be a playmaker and a facilitator for his teammates.
Brandon Miller, how different are you with him back on the floor than without?
Yeah, he adds an extra punch to our team. Melo gets it going. Miles gets it going. Now you throw Brandon into the mix, and he's going to be an elite two-way player for us too. And also, I think just for other teams trying to figure out their matchups. Like where are you putting your best defender? Where are you putting your second best defender? A lot of times that he's going to benefit for however they rotate their defenders, but I think that he just brings another element, another pop. You can see him on some of those drives. He's finally getting his his game legs under him, and he's got that extra burst and the ability to finish on the break with his great athleticism and his connection with Melo and those guys. And so I'm really excited to see him back. I'm really proud of him. I know it was like a long journey back. No injury like that is fun to go through, and every day of the process you have some good days and then you have like a slight little soreness as you come back, and he's done a phenomenal job, I think, of just staying engaged with his teammate and approaching every day with the right mindset and attitude.